So, welcome. Good morning, evening, afternoon for you, everyone. Welcome to our course, Bridging the Gap Between Logic and Emotion. I am thrilled to have you here all today as we embark on this journey to enhance our communication skills together. I want to first again extend a warm welcome to each of you as participants in this course. Throughout our time together, we'll delve deep into the intricate world of communication and explore the fascinating bridge between logic and emotion. So I am your guide and author, Coach Ron, excuse me, and I'm here to support you in every step of the way as we navigate through the complexities of communication. So, at first, and I'll go through the table of contents so you know what you get into. At first, we'll dive right in and address some of the common misconceptions about emotional and logical issues, particularly when it comes to the communication, between logic and emotion. So we are addressing, some of the common misunderstandings about communication, just to lay a foundation for more, accurate learning. And as we delve into these misconceptions surrounding, communication, we'll just uncover some common myths and that hinder effective dialogue. And, by addressing these misconceptions head on, we'll just pave a way for a clearer understanding of just how complex these two parts of communication can actually be. And going into the next one, we'll be opening up the topic for recognizing emotional cues. This is crucial. It's probably, a really big part. It's crucial for properly navigating conversations and transitioning between emotions, using empathy. Now, laying the groundwork for bridging the gap between logic is essential for deciphering, the underlying messages in communication. So understanding the emotional cues and, using logical arguments usually will help you to become way better at, knowing your audience. Now, by honing these skills, of course, you as participants will gain insight into the motivations and intentions behind both the verbal and nonverbal expressions. So it's pretty exciting. So let's move on to balancing the emotional empathy with logical clarity. Now, finding the balance between emotional empathy and logical clarity. Again, we're just getting a little deeper in this topic, and it's key to fostering meaningful connections and resolving conflicts constructively. In this section, we'll explore more techniques for achieving this balance and enhancing, communication effectiveness. All right, so the next section, when we're talking about navigating emotional highs and lows. So there are emotional highs and there are emotional lows. And, this can present, of course, challenges in communication, but, with the right strategies, at U.S. participants will learn, how to navigate these types of fluctuations with a little grace and, a little poise. By mastering techniques for managing emotions effectively, you can maintain composure, and it helps to promote, a constructive dialogue, even in these challenging situations. And, we have, it's not just the communication between man and woman that we're speaking on. We're talking about the communication between everybody, You could have a son that breaks down, and he's a little low in the emotional standpoint of his conversation, or his countenance, and you want to be able to still be able to bring him into the fold of your logic and your conversation. So it's not just man and woman. Man, it could be a stranger on the street. But I'm gonna move on. We're gonna get into that. So the next is employing effective communication strategies. So real quickly, effective communication, of course, it's the cornerstone of successful interactions. And in this section, what we'll explore is just practical strategies. This is like the meat of the course. The strategies that I'm employing are for, of course, improving communication skills, but using active listening, and to help you with to get clear articulation. Okay. You will learn techniques just to enhance your ability to convey messages accurately and meaningfully. Okay. Then we're going to get into, of course, more on the resolving the conflicts, because I know that's big with men. We want to resolve conflicts with a balanced approach. Okay. Conflicts are, they're inevitable in any relationship, but with a balanced approach, okay, you will definitely learn to resolve conflicts with more empathy and diplomacy. Now, by understanding, having understanding and, cooperation, and, you will definitely develop the strategies necessary for, finding the right words to say, and maybe finding more, beneficial resolutions for promoting, a little bit more harmony in communication. And I definitely have a lot of examples that we'll be going over to give you, a good general idea of how this actually works. So then we'll get into more win-win solutions. Self-explanatory. In this section, we'll just, delve into the art of, creating win-win solutions in communications with more examples. So I know, I'm guaranteeing that you guys will get something out of this. By the time that we get to this part, you will be a master at this type of communication, bridging the gap between logic and emotion, by exploring strategies for finding, common ground and fostering collaboration. Okay. You as participants will learn to navigate negotiations and conflicts with more focus on mutual benefits and positive outcomes. So I'll be working with you on that. And then, near the end of our journey, it's essential to, take a moment to, of course, recap and bring up the key concepts so you know how far you've come. I like to give more insights covered through the course, and summarize our learnings. I definitely want to, as this course gets more popular, create a quiz so it gives me a lot of feedback. How am I doing? I know we've been through courses and situations, hopefully, that, you will be able to at least get positive feedback. But we reinforce understanding. And I like to highlight a lot of those main takeaways so that you'll have an idea knowing what to, keep, and what actually you can pass on and maybe teach to someone else, lead them to this course. And try to apply what you have in your daily interactions so that you can get more feedback. I have more courses. One is on control. And, one of the things with control, we ask for feedback. But hey, I'm not even going to get into that right now. And, we definitely have a lot of more things toward the end, like practical solutions, as you see on the list, before the conclusion. And, putting theory basically into practice is, a crucial step for this skill development. and you want to integrate this into your life. It may not just be relationships. It may also be something in your professional life that may be missing. You may have different types of personalities that you speak to and interact with, on your daily task of going back and forth to work, or maybe while you're at work. Maybe it's your boss, anybody. But as you understand, though they will have these types of exercises toward the end that are more actionable and designed just to apply in your everyday life. So then, of course, when we conclude our course, I just want to emphasize the importance of effective communication in every aspect of our lives, not just in our relationships with, our counterparts, but our family, our friends, and anybody that we run into. By honing our skills and bridging the gap between logic and emotion, we open the door just for deeper connections, understanding, mutual understandings, harmonious relationships. And I encourage each of you to, have fun and, think outside the box and see how this pertains to you and your loved ones as you embark on this journey. So I want to thank you. Let's begin. Coach Ron, I'll see you soon.